Hello and welcome to my channel, Food Brainwash. The aim of my channel is to boost your cooking knowledge through a wide variety of different cooking tutorials and food science animations and past exam paper videos. If that sounds like your cup of tea, then please subscribe. We're making cottage pie today. You will need minced beef, carrot, onions and potatoes and some various herbs and spices. You can check the ingredient list out on my blog. Begin by washing and peeling your vegetables. Start with the potatoes and then finish with the carrots. Fill your pan half full of water, add some salt. Dice up your potatoes into large chunks by cutting them in half first. Carefully add them into the water. You may need to remove any eyes or blemishes that you can see. Use the knife to do this. Put your potatoes on to boil on a high heat. On an induction hob, that would be number 8. Place the lid on to save fuel and also to speed up the boiling process. Once the water is boiling, leave the potatoes to cook for around 7 to 10 minutes. You can poke a fork into the potato and if it's soft, you know it's cooked. Drain the water away carefully into the sink. Remember to use a colander. After draining the potatoes while they're still hot, we're going to push them through a sieve. This will give the potatoes a smooth consistency. You can of course use a ricer if you have one. Make sure to complete this when the potatoes are hot. If you try and push them through a sieve when they're cold, then the potatoes will become very gluey and starchy and difficult to pipe or to do anything with. It's easier to push the potatoes through the sieve in small batches rather than trying to push them through all at once. Make sure you clear the bottom of the sieve by scraping the potato away. That will help the potato go through much easier. The consistency of the potato is lovely and soft and pillowy. Now we can add in some cream and butter to get our potatoes tasting delicious and silky smooth texture. Now we've mixed in the butter, let's mix and mix in the cream until it's lovely and smooth. Look at that beautiful texture. Remember to add in the Parmesan cheese. Don't forget to add some seasoning. Plenty of salt and pepper will make sure your potato topping will taste delicious. Grab your piping bag and insert your piping nozzle into the bottom of the bag. Now it's ready to fill up with that creamy potato. Set it aside for later. We're going to now prepare the filling. So it's time to prepare the vegetables. Take the top off the onion, slice it into 2 halves and then peel the skin. Now you're going to finely dice the onion. And then repeat with the carrot. Take 1/4 of a pepper and remove any of the white parts. Next, slice it into thin strips and then dice it. That way your onion, carrot and peppers are all the same size. Now I'm going to add some dried herbs. So we've got dried rosemary, dried thyme, celery salt and a bay leaf, which I'll add directly into the pan and not onto the chopping board. Heat your pan up on medium. Then add some oil. Allow that to get hot before putting in your vegetables. The oil will be hot enough when you can see it shimmer. Add in your vegetables and allow them to cook and soften. This will take around 5 to 7 minutes. Once your vegetables are softened, remove them from the frying pan. If you're not too sure, give it a taste test. That way you can make sure the texture is correct and they have cooked properly. Add your minced meat to your pan. This could be minced chicken or minced lamb, or in this case, minced beef. You need to fry it until it has turned brown. Make sure the pan is quite hot, so put it on number 7 or 8 for this purpose. You need to get rid of all of the water that you can see. Once the water is gone, then you can start browning the meat. All the water has evaporated from the pan and the meat is now browned. This is what it should look like. Now we're going to add in the Worcestershire sauce and the tomato puree and fry that off. Next we're going to add the herbs and the vegetables back in. Then we're going to add in the bay leaf and the stock. Mix, 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 mix. Make sure it's thoroughly mixed. Now we're going to simmer it to allow the water to evaporate and intensify the flavour. You should simmer on a medium to low heat, so number 4 or 5 on the induction hob. Next, put the lid on. About 20 minutes later, the stock has evaporated. At this point, make sure you taste test it. If it needs any seasoning, just go ahead and add some. Fill up the ramekins. Divide up the mixture between the 2 ramekins. Oopsie, I've dropped some. Quick, let's get rid of that and clean it up. Then maybe no one will notice. Try to avoid using a metal spoon like I did, as my frying pan is non-stick. Well, would you look at that, a perfect amount for 2 ramekins. It's time to pipe the potato. Retrieve your piping bag from earlier. Pipe a layer of potato to cover the meat to begin with. I've done mine in a circle, but you could equally do it in lines. Use a cutlery knife to spread the potato evenly across the top. Repeat this with your second ramekin. Make sure you wipe the edges of the ramekin. Presentation is very important. Now it's time to pipe a really fancy design using a nozzle on the top of the pie. Pipe the design to cover the top of the potato. Whoa, so pretty! Now repeat it on the other pie. Bake your pies on the middle shelf at 180 degrees centigrade for around 20 minutes, or until the top has become crispy and brown. Prepare some green beans to go along with your cottage pie. In this case, I've boiled these in salted water and now I'm blanching them in ice water to bring back that bright, vibrant colour. Now that your shepherd's pie is beautifully cooked, you can serve it with your beans on the plate. Leave it in the ramekin. Now it's time to enjoy your delicious dinner. I'm off to eat mine. See you later. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.